Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another early morning coffee talk. It is a marvelous Monday. I'm off today. I actually went ahead and went to the gym. I was like, man, I'll shoot this morning coffee video when I get back. Just so my energy is a little up. Typically, like I said, when I shoot them, I'm literally headed to work. But so far, so good for this Monday. Had a great chest workout. Man, I can't complain, man. So now I'm back, getting ready to get my day started. Gonna do my meal prep, do my deep work, shoot a couple of videos, and we're just gonna keep it consistent and keep it going. But we all know it's 2025. We're about the second weekend, and I just wanted to talk about how I reinvented myself. And again, it's still a process. You can always, like, you continuously learning, you always continuously growing and developing and those different things. But for me, when I made the shift, again, I've alluded to this. I made a video back in 2022 when I first had the first kind of aha moment, the light switch moment. However, consciously thinking back on it, what were the stages that I did to really start to escalate this process? And number one, man, was just self-reflection. All right, give me 1 second. All right, self-reflection. What do I mean by that? I had to figure out why I kept making the same mistakes. Why did I keep losing, taking L's? And what was just all going on around me? So it's just like really understanding and say, all right, let's just sit down, just sit down for like an hour, man, maybe two. And just say, all right, what's going on around me? Like, am I in a place in my life where I want to be financially, spiritually, physically, just everything around you? Am I with the woman I want to be with? Am I single? If I have kids, what's going on with them? Just really look at your whole life and self-reflect. Say, all right, what is going on? Not if you winning or losing, but just what is going on, right? Am I not saving money? Am I not going on trips? Am I not hitting the gym? Am I not eating right? Why am I losing? Why am I, if I like this particular person, why am I not where they are, right? Or if I admire this person, or if I'm inspired by this person, why are people not inspired by me? Why am I not getting respect? Why am I not getting the promotions I want? Why am I not getting educated? Just look at everything. That's called self-reflection. And that way you can basically say, all right, internally, externally, let me put everything on the table. All right. Let me see what's going on with everything in my life. You have to audit. You have to put everything on the table, like pieces to a puzzle, and say, all right, what is going on? You know what I mean? Why is this piece over here when it needs to be over here? Why is that piece over there when it needs to be right here? And so forth and so on. Once you kind of self-reflect and you see everything, you see the landscape, then you can say, all right, either this piece don't even go to this puzzle and I got it on here for what crazy reason, or hey, I got a Lego over here when it's a puzzle. It's like, look at everything on the table. Some things don't even belong on the table and you have to get rid of it. Some things you have to bring from another table and put it on this table. It's about piecing together your life. But if you don't even see what the puzzle's supposed to be, how can you even put it together? And that's the part of self-reflection that comes into place to even start the process of what's going on in your life, to start to reinvent yourself, to start to redefine yourself, to start to, recreate yourself. So that's the first thing. You have to self-evaluate and self-reflect. That way you can get the whole picture to the puzzle and start to piece things back together. The second thing is, once you self-reflected and you see the puzzle, then you go into self-accountability. Say, all right, how did I let this thing just get out of control? How did I let myself get overweight? How did I let myself become broke and not financially stable? Not even financially free yet. That's a whole different conversation. But just financially stable to a point where I'm not overdrafting, to a point where my credit's not shot, to a point where I have some savings where there's even an emergency pop up. For $1,000, $500, I can start to, throw things and just make my life easier if that problem occur. Why am I not having a relationship that I want? Even if I'm single or married, why don't I have the relationship with my kids, the family, myself, right? You start to internalize and you start to become self-accountable to your actions. Why am I not winning in life? Why am I not reading the books that are going to get me forward in life? Why am I not just doing the daily actions to put me in position to win? What is going on? You have to get to that stage. But again, it's a sequence, right? Self-reflection, and then we go into self-accountability. You have to know what's going on first, and then you can start to take actions when you see what's going on to start to fix things. All right? And that's the piece of the puzzle. Some people, I think they can get to potentially a stage on that first stage of self-reflection to kind of start to see what's going on around them. But if they don't never take the accountability, say, you know what, everything that happened in my life is my fault, you'll never get to the last stage. And that's the stage when you actually change yourself and you reinvent yourself. And the last stage is discipline, right? So back to the first, just recapping. We put everything on the table to see what's going on in our life. Second stage, we start to take accountability for that and say, you know what, everything that's happened up to this point as an adult is absolutely my fault. I have to take command of myself. I have to take command of my life and the actions that's happening, right? You don't like what's going on in your marriage? Start to lead, start to take accountability. You don't like what's going on in your job? Start putting in the work, working longer, putting in the hours, building those relationships. You don't like what's going on with your money? Start budgeting, start cutting things out. You don't need Netflix. Start putting in the hours. You won't have time for Netflix. You understand? Start saving your money. Hey, you've been stressed out. You want to take a vacation? Create a budget for that, right? You feel like, hey, I'm not spiritually connected. Figure a way to either go to church, do some online church. Maybe you're not a church person. All right. Figure out how to do some things like meditation, right? Going on nature walks. All right. Getting in the gym, that's very spiritual, especially from my experience. I get in there, I just feel like I'm super connected to God because I'm just doing heavy things which just like raise my awareness and my spiritual mind state. Do things that's positive. Get around positive people. Get outside. A lot of us too much inside watching the TV, right? So start doing things to put your life in order. Again, I always shout out my uncle, man, RIP. My uncle who was a preacher. He used to always say, church, get your house in order. Right? Get your life in order, man. And that's that self-accountability. But only if you see what the heck is going on through self-reflection. All right? Then self-accountability, like I said, once you got those two things in line, then you can go to the third phase, which is really going to take your life to the next part, which is discipline. Right? Once you got everything in place, excuse me. Listen, and then you can start to be disciplined, which comes to being consistent. And then you have things start to align, right? You start to have things do the compound effect. You start to have the domino effect, right? Things start to really stack up. You start to stack wins, like building bricks to a house, right? You can have all these different bricks spread out, but if you don't know where they go to when you're building a house, it don't matter. Right? Let's say you get, again, that's self-reflection, right? You got all these bricks to the house you want to build. Then the self-accountability say, all right, where's the blueprints to where we need to put it together? And then the discipline, right? We need to do this in 30 days, 60 days, 100 days, 120 days, whatever the case may be. That's the discipline of being consistent. It's like you're building a house, right? You got the bricks, you got the material. All right, blueprint. Where do all these different pieces go? The window, the doors, the AC, the hot water unit, right? All these different pieces. Then it's building, right? The discipline and the consistency. That's what it is. But you have to start with self-reflection. What the heck is going on in your life where you're not even aware of it? You understand? And a lot of us, and especially again, I was in that state of mind where I didn't know what the heck was going on. I'm just riding this train and it's just going. Right? It's just going. I don't know where it's going. It's just going. And you just holding on for dear life. At some point, you have to go to the front and talk to the train, whatever his name is, the guy who runs the train or whatever, which is actually yourself, and say, man, where are we driving this train to, right? The conductor, that's who it is, and figure out where this train going. What are the stops along the way that we need to pick up different things as we go to our destination, right? So once you get to that point, again, then you ready to reinvent yourself, man. But again, it starts from self-reflection, self-accountability, and then discipline. So I hope that makes sense. Drop a comment below. Subscribe to the Husband Code if it's your first time. If you've been watching for a while, subscribe. If you got any value from this video, hit the like button. And also, if you want to see videos like this every day, hit that notification bell. And until next time, I appreciate you guys. Reinvent yourself in 2025, and we're going to keep it pushing like that. Peace.